Hi, I'm Dale with eReplacementParts.com. A couple days ago on our forum site we had somebody ask about how to change the bearings on a 1611 router. The 1615 is the same router, or the 1615 EVS, which this one is. It all pretty much is the same, so let's get started on this. First we want to take our brushes out. Then we're going to want to take the top cap off. This one happens to be the EVS model, so we've got to take the leads off the speed control that's mounted in the top of the base. You want to mark these, pay close attention to where they came from, because you don't want to wire it back up wrong. We've also got one more lead that goes down to the brush holder. See if you can wiggle that out. That gets that out of the way. We've got a plastic bracket here that holds the wires into place. Take that out of the way. Our next step, we want to take all the screws out of the base. We're going to want to take the base off. That whole plunge assembly should slide out. Take that out of the way. We've got 4 more screws in the bottom that got to come out. And then we've got 2 screws that hold the lock plate on. Now we got that off. This is the part that is kind of tricky. You're probably going to need to have a 2-prong bearing puller and a small one, because it needs to slide down inside this housing and hook up down by that ball bearing. Then basically we're going to press that armature out of the motor housing. take that assembly apart. That's about the best way I know how to do it. I believe you can get these bearing pullers from OTC. I believe it's a 1020 is the model number on it. Okay, now that we got our armature out, we got a nut on the bottom of that shaft that's got to come off. The best way I know to do that is to lock it up in your vise. And we're going to take a screwdriver and put it in up against that nut and twist it with the housing. Then we're going to use the housing to break that nut loose. Rotate that nut a few times, and maybe get your fingers in there and spin it off the rest of the way. Comes out these outer threads. And we'll take that out. Hopefully you have a press. And we'll go to the press. And usually you have to press that armature out. That one come out on its own. You've got 3 more screws down in here. Take that plate off, and then you should be able to tap your bearing out. Okay, now we're going to take the top bearing out of the motor housing. Pair of snap ring pliers, got a snap ring in there. Get that out of the way, and now you can tap this out from the other side. Or you can press it out if you have a press, which would be the best way to do it. Okay, if you don't have a press, another way to do it, 3/8 inch socket extension and a socket. Just come down from the inside and just tap it out.